On a wing and a prayer, I read one paragraph about a yoga training in India and met a Swami that had come to Vancouver, well, to Vancouver Island to give some talks, but I didn't know anything about it really at all. Little did I know he was a disciple of a huge Kundalini master in India named Bapuji, or Swami Krupalavanant. So I didn't know anything about this at this time, that I was going to go train under a Kundalini master. I was just going because I liked yoga, right, back then. So I go all the way to India and spend 3 weeks starving to death, doing a ton of yoga, but really not quite understanding what I was getting into. So in the last week, they drove us to a massive ashram in Gujarat. So this particular Kundalini master that was running this ashram, his name was Rajarshi Muni. Him and Amrit Desai, who was the founder of Kripalu in America, which is a very popular yoga center that's been around for a while, were given this way to awaken Kundalini in people from Swami Krupalavanand. So basically what happens is they get people to sit in a space, and as they say it, they awaken people's prana through awakening it through the root center. So what happened? I thought, okay, well, awakening prana, I've heard of this, and people kept saying, well, you're really lucky if this happens. And I'm like, try not to be attached, but I've had a really rough 3 weeks of starving. I really would like to try this. So they get us into a room, and he says, okay, just do your yogic breathing and try and let go. Okay, fine. So I do the yogic breathing, and the next thing I know, my head starts turning side to side, involuntarily. Moving. I'm like, what is happening? Then my arms start raising in the air, and my head is spinning side to side to side. And I'm like, what is this? You know, and then I can hear the entire room behind me going through the same thing. So for the next hour and a half, all this involuntary movement of the prana moving through the body, I was doing yoga postures that I could never do in normal consciousness. I heard people chanting, I heard people crying, I heard people singing, I heard all kinds of things. It was like being in like a crazy place, I don't know. But it was incredible because could feel my whole body, and I could feel like it was freeing me. The way they explain it was that our body has energy channels running through. In yogic texts, they say there's 72,000 channels of energy running through our body. And what happens to most of us is those energy channels get blocked. The rivers get blocked. So this can happen through all kinds of reasons: our diet, our environment, our ancestry, our things we experience in our life. It blocks the energy from flowing. So when this starts to open and the energy gets pushed through, it actually can make your body move in all kinds of ways, depending on where the energy is stuck. So for example, I may have had energy stuck in my neck, and that's why the consciousness or the awareness of the prana actually started moving it involuntarily, because it was trying to free and open. So he said this prana has a consciousness, and it knows how to open us, which is incredible. So after that experience, I'm like, there's an energy inside of me that is aware, that is conscious, and wants me to awaken. And here is this yogi who has that ability just to look at us with a glance and invoke that. To me, that was something that I couldn't even imagine was real. So again, after my second experience, I'm like, I need to know more about what this life force energy does for people, does for myself, because my awareness before that was so limited. And I'm grateful for that experience, and I'm grateful that I have that inside me to be able to share with others.
Yeah, amazing. I've learned